Hi, I'm Denise Gustavson, editor for Wide Format Imaging Magazine. This afternoon, I have Matt Richart with me, who's one of the owners of EFX Wraps.
Yes.
Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thanks. Matt has about 20 years of experience in the graphics industry, and actually at the ISA show, he's been doing vehicle wrap demonstrations at the Roland DGA booth.
Yes.
So
sure
those are going pretty well, I heard.
Going great. It's been a great show so far.
Good. So I'll just jump right into the questions then.
Wonderful.
So I guess the first question is, how's business going?
Business is going great. It's been
great.
Yeah, things are going great. We're blessed right now. Trying to keep up with the workload. We're a couple months out right now on installations and prints, so whenever we're 2 months out, things are going good. Yeah. So things are good.
Good. I guess you've seen some positive changes since the low point in 08, or?
Seen some increased changes. I'd say 09, 010 we're a little slow. Really started to feel it. We're in Kentucky, so we feel things a little bit towards the end, but definitely slowed up. But things are picking back up.
Good.
We're doing a lot of stuff locally and regionally a little bit, so we're branching out a little bit as well.
Great.
So it's been good. It's been very good.
That's interesting that you're doing more regional, more branching out with that.
We sure are. We're finding that we're doing a lot of designing, printing, and shipping out of goods to other states, and then we're setting up installations across the country, whether it's in California or in Salt Lake City or in Dallas, Texas. So we're in a network of a lot of installers, qualified installers that know us and we know them, and we utilize their expertise to get some work done. So we understand that we can only eat so much at home and get so much business together at home, so we've been trying to branch out. So that's helped us out a lot with growing.
That's, to say the least.
Yes.
Now, when you look at the industry in general, or maybe even if you want to bring it down to your business, it's okay. What is the biggest challenge that the industry is facing in this market currently?
Well, obviously everyone's looking for price, whether they're out to dinner or buying a banner or a vehicle wrap. We're finding that we're trying to keep our quality there the way it's been 5 years ago and still offer a nice quality product, but also having to compete with other competitors, whether they're underpricing themselves or overpricing themselves, to find a happy medium. And we're finding we're having to sell our company more, not just the product, but not only do we have great printers, great media, great installers, but we're giving you great customer service. We're training you and informing you, educating you on the effectiveness in our industry, vehicle wrapping, of why it works, how it works. So we're finding that we're really having to spend an hour or two with our clients, really informing them about the entire industry, whether it's with billboards or vehicle wrapping, before we even give them a quote on what they're looking for. So
to make sure it's also that's something that they really want.
Exactly.
And it's going to meet their needs and what they want to, and the market goals that they want to reach.
We have some clients that they feel like they have to have a full wrap. We want a full wrap done. They find out it may be $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, but we may say, why do that? Why don't you do a partial wrap? Let's get 7 or 8 vehicles with some partial graphics on it. Get more bang for your buck than having to do 1 or 2.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now, moving ahead to technology, we have a lot of new equipment on the show floor, a lot of things that are here. What do you think are some of the major innovations, or even the technologies that would help to move the industry, forward, the next step for the industry?
Well, as far as the wrap industry is concerned, definitely printers, digital printers are changing day by day. I mean, we're still using digital printers. I feel like everyone has a printer right now, whether it's 24-inch, 64-inch, or even wide format or grand format printing. Inks are changing, they're getting better, longer durabilities. Media companies are coming out with new films. We're starting to see the technology change where instead of printing carbon fiber, they're making carbon fiber, where it comes out of the box and you apply it to the vehicle. The matte films are big, the white mats are big. Software is changing. We've kind of changed from writing everything down to having our own software that calculates our production flow, where the prints are, where the installations are, to keep us together. And we've learned that you really it seems like every 3 or 4 years that technology rolls over, and you got to be prepared to either buy new equipment or upgrade what you have.
Yeah, which is sometimes a hard life cycle for some.
It is. And I think you have to be prepared getting in this industry, whatever type of graphic you're going to do, that be prepared that you're not going to be able to buy a piece of equipment and use it for 20 years. I mean, this industry really changes rapidly.
Yes.
And for good. It's a positive change. It hopefully makes our life easier.
Yeah, I know a lot of the manufacturers on the print side, they have a 6-month life cycle. Every 6 months they're coming out with new product, new hardware, new things. So that's hard. That's sometimes hard to keep up.
Absolutely, very difficult. So, but be prepared to change with it and see how you can and continue forward. So
now moving to another subject of sustainability, which has always been a big topic in the industry, especially lately, going green, being sustainable. Now, what do you think is some of the biggest challenges for companies, whether it's your company in the wrap side of the industry or other PSPs in the market, to want to go to more green or sustainable products or even, processes?
Very important. We're starting to see a lot of companies trying to use recycled products, trying to use, we've met some of the plants that manufacture, whether it's a printer or material, that are trying to go green.
Yeah.
One thing we do right now is we started about a year ago. If a company has a hybrid car or a high gets great gas mileage, we're giving them a 10% discount, 15% discount to kind of encourage them to wrap those vehicles. So I think the whole green technology, the green economy, I think is going to be a big booming sensation, just like the internet was.
Yeah.
I don't know how. We haven't seen a lot of our customers require it or ask, are your materials recyclable, or what are you doing to go green? But we're starting to see it change a little bit with the inks as well. So I know there's some different inks out there. I mean, the big thing is with eco-solvent inks, solvent inks, how environmentally safe they are.
Yeah.
So, basically from the wrap industry, that's what we know as far as the companies we deal with. So we're trying to do a little bit of offering of discounts, like I said, with hybrid cars, trying to use some eco-friendly inks, and a lot of recycle. We're just now started recycling our cartridges about a year and a half ago.
Okay, great.
And
I'm guessing you're also using a lot of recycling programs through some of the media companies as well to recycle media once you're pulling it off the
we
cars.
We sure are. Even the cores of the media that we use for our laminate materials, we used to just throw those away. Or we found a recycling program that comes by once a month and picks up our core rolls. So we're doing what we can to stay on the edge.
Now, how easy is it to find those kinds of programs? I mean, is that something you really had to look for?
Really have to look for. I don't think it's as accessible as people think. I think it's going to take some time. I don't know when that will be, but I think as soon as it becomes more popular, people will jump on that.
And there'll be more availability.
More availability.
Even more marketing on the recycling companies to let you guys know that we're providing these services.
Without a doubt, without a doubt. We just, not to get off on a tangent, we just met a company that we wrap some vehicles for that are actually recycling athletic programs. So they go into the Super Bowl and do recycling. So they'll come in there and basically it's athletic recycling is what they call it. Just kind of neat. Yeah, very neat. So
very, very interesting.
So
now moving ahead, I'm actually going to go to the future now.
Okay.
Next 12 to 18 months, who knows, a lot can happen. But what do you think are going to be some of the biggest opportunities for growth, maybe for your company, than maybe for the industry? I'll let you broach that either way.
Definitely social media. I know it's been around for a while, but I think people are really starting to see the fact that if, it used to be you had to have a website.
Yes.
Now you have to have a website and you need to be on Facebook. And if you're not on Facebook, you need to be Twittering.
Yes.
If you're not on Twitter, you may need to be putting some films or some small videos on YouTube. And what we've been dealing with our customers is telling them you need to get that information out there. A lot of my clients are now adding those to their websites and to their vehicle wraps. So we're doing a lot of overlays, coming back and putting that information on the wrap.
Oh, okay.
Or instead of wrapping the whole car, they're not wrapping the car, they're putting their logo, but then follow us on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook. So we see social media really changing a lot, especially with our business. We're getting just as much business from Facebook as we are doing sales calls.
Cool.
So offering short-term sales, little discounts here and there has been helped. Doing a little bit of tweeting from the shows of some people. Not that we have a large amount of followers by any means, but we see that as a big growth. And also back to the technology question. I mean, things are changing. New medias are out. New medias are out there. New inks. Speed's a big issue now. I mean, quality is very big, but people want this stuff now. They don't want to wait for it.
And especially with the economy, what I've noticed is a lot of marketers, they don't pull the trigger on their marketing campaigns until very last minute.
Absolutely, absolutely. So our window of opportunity, not only to sell something, but to turn it around and to print it and to install it is shorter. But that's a very good point. So we need to keep the quality there, but the speed has to be a little bit faster as well. Very good
Which
point.
makes it very interesting on the production end, to say the least.
Yes. It's been a while since we worked a 40-hour week, so we're feeling it as well. But that's the better. I would rather work 70 hours a week than 20 hours a week. That means we're staying busy.
Yes. Now, last question. As a business owner, what's the one issue or concern that keeps you awake at night? What's the one thing that really continues to, press on your mind?
Besides keeping our doors open?
Besides that?
I would say not plateau out. Get to a point where we become complacent and just happy with what we have. Obviously, we want to grow our business. We want to make more money, but we want to be able to keep making ourselves different, making sure that we're offering our customers the same quality, but that we introduce new things, new products, ways that we can help promote their business, make them stand out and make us stand out. That's probably the biggest hurdle that we deal with. I think that if we do those things, the business that we have now will keep coming, and hopefully repeat business will come as well. So
that's great.
Hopefully that answers the question.
That does.
Yeah.
So Matt, thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate
Pleasure.
it.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks again.
All right.